everybody. Welcome to another Toonkind at 12 FPS. My name is Magic. Today I will be playing William, Wilfred Wallflower. Definitely a normal passenger on this cruise ship. And with me today is my good friend and co-host.
Hi, I'm Authenticity. I will be playing, as always, the TikTok Chicken, otherwise known as TOC.
Yes.
Yes,
So,
two ominous birds,
two
as
ominous,
as per the title.
yeah, two ominous birds. Hey TOC. You've you've been wandering the halls for a while, haven't you?
Yeah, the TikTok Chicken is just a little bit more ticked off than usual today, because for the last probably going on an hour or so, they have been looking for their friend William, Wilfred Wallflower, and William Wilfred Wallflower has not been anywhere.
Okay. Do you want to roll me
This
just
bird is gonzo.
you want to roll me an investigation?
Oh, I suppose I could. Let's see here. Um, they got a big fat +0 to investigation, so this will be fun.
Oh, lovely. Oh, just what I'd like to see. 7.
A 7.
TOC.
They're
Um
like,
during your search, you find a business card. However, you cannot read this business card, but surely this means William has been here somewhere. You have your first lead, question mark.
well, if as anyone who's listened to Chicken Chase would know about my fun little bird, the ability to read actually comes and goes.
Uh-huh.
So I think that they're like, yes, a lead. Um, and like it sort of like bolsters them enough that like 15 minutes later, like they think to look down at it again, and this time they can read it, and it's Tiny Tons.
It is. It is. It is Shiny Town's business card that you have found. I am sorry, this is not the lead you are looking for.
They like toss it on the ground in like a huff, and then pick it back up because actually, like, it's good to have Tiny's contact info.
Yeah. Would you like to roll another
Um,
investigation?
I would. Um, Another straight D20. That's a 3. That's a 3. Oh no, dice parser.
Alright, I think there's a very comical scene as you're looking at, like, you remember the vase he looked at, like William was looking at in game? You're staring very deeply at this vase like it'll tell you all of the answers to the world. There is just a comical moment where William just walks by in the foreground and you completely miss him entirely.
This vase contains the secrets of the universe. All the secrets except one. Um, I
believe
honestly, gosh,
I can't
I
believe
think that they'll. I think that they will get out a map of the cruise ship and just start like marking off places where William has not been, as if that William's location is somehow static and will not change.
Do you go ahead and roll another investigation while marking on this map?
Because their method is faulty, I'm very tempted to give them disadvantage. But
Oh
also,
god.
like, I've got a 7 and a 3 so far. A
A
13. I mean,
13!
it's above a 10, but
That's
also
above
it's a
average.
13.
Uh, I will say, you are marking off on this map, and you're kind of like looking down, and out of the corner of your eye, you spot something. Feathers. Pitch black.
They start to run over and then they stop because they also have pitch black feathers. And then they're like, hang on, have I been this way yet?
Uh, you gonna investigate the
There are more
feathers?
than two birds on this cruise. I think that they will investigate the feathers. Another D20 straight.
Two.
Two.
Man, these
I
sure
think
are
these are their
feathers.
feathers.
These sure are feathers. They could be yours. Maybe they're yours. They
They're
kind of
like
look like yours. They got a sheen to it.
they kind of like stretch out their wing as if to like compare them, and then like I they just stare at them because like they're feathers.
Oh,
Um,
fun.
do the feathers like are they leading anywhere? Like, is there like a trail of them, or is it just like a neat little pile?
There is sort of like a trail of feathers. They only go a short distance, but it's either or direction really.
Hmm. I think that I will roll a D2. If they go uh left and right doesn't really make sense over an audio medium, but do you want to like pick a number, and if I get the number it's the right way, and if I don't get the number it's the wrong way?
Okay. Uh, God,
Okay,
you're gonna
don't
be
tell me the number. I think it's more fun that way.
I'm gonna be led
I'm
on the.
being mean to my bird today.
I am very sorry for this bird. I apologize.
I'm not. I'm not. Listen.
Unfortunately, two was not the correct option. You start walking in the completely wrong direction. Uh, you're still following
They start
feathers.
walking and then they they start walking and then they get to like the railing of the ship and they're like, well, I mean,
You look out into the
this
ocean.
is not ideal.
It holds no answers, but it's a really good shot for the title card. It's a really good shot.
Oh gosh. God, I like TOC, despite the name, is not like the sort of person who like loses their temper. But at this point, there's a very grouchy air about them. Like this sure is an afternoon I will never get back, huh?
I
They will.
Do you want to roll another investigation to try and find William?
I think that their first thought would be to spin back around and follow the feathers that way.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it would that be still investigation? Would that be with advantage? Would that be like
Investigation with advantage
okay?
because you do have a clue, like a solid clue.
I have a single clue. 11. That's not great.
You get another roll. 19.
19.
19. All right. So
Come here.
you come here. So TOC, you're currently following this trail of feathers, and I will say it. Where do I want this to lead you? It leads you down one of the halls and up a stairwell, and when you're looking up this stairwell, you see the flash of a very bird-like leg that is very familiar walking up the stairs. Now,
Target spotted.
it just flashed out of your vision. It was there for a second.
Like right in the corner.
Right at the corner of your eye, on like you're in the stairwell right now. It was above you in the stairwell.
Okay. They will run up the stairs with 30 feet of movement. If
Okay.
I need to dash, I will.
All right. Uh, you start running up these stairs with your 30 feet of movement. And William, I'm just gonna roll a stealth real fast.
No, he's hiding. No.
He's not hiding per se. Your eyes kind of like scan over the stairwell as you are dashing up it. You don't see him. You keep running up. You probably start to use your dash action, and then
Well,
you run
hold
into
on though.
something.
Can I roll? Actually, I don't want to roll perception. This is hilarious.
You,
We just bonk into the back of his legs or whatever.
yeah, you just full on collide with the back of this very, very tall bird's legs. Uh, just full on bonk. Probably stumble backwards. I'm considering having you roll a dex to fall down the stairs, but I will not be that cruel.
I mean, I'm not averse to it, honestly.
You want to roll dex to see if you fall back down the stairs?
Yes, finally, modifier. A
Holy shit, that's a nat
22. Thank
20.
you.
You roll backwards, but you end up pulling off the coolest stunt, full superhero pose. And you land on your feet, ready to charge back after this bird if this bird keeps moving. This bird has not kept moving. This bird is looking at you now.
Yeah, the engineer eat your heart out. TOC.
Okay. Okay, I'm good.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Oh god. Yeah, everything's fine.
William, you turn around and the most singularly pissed off chicken you have ever seen is looking at you. Like TOC is always like they have the worst resting bitch face you've ever seen, especially on a chicken. But now, like on top of that, they actually like actively look mad.
Oh god. Uh, can I roll an
You
insight?
can also roll.
I wanna roll an
You
insight
may
on this
roll an
chicken.
insight and also an insight and also a perception.
Oh boy, I should label them because I think they're both the same modifier. Yeah. That is, in fact, not how you spell insight. Alright. Insight is a 15. Both a 15! Dice Spicy said only
A
15.
15 and a 15. Only 15s.
Only 15.
William, this like they look a little bit like ruffled, a little bit out of breath. Like it's whatever has led them to this moment. It's there's been a lot of running around involved. There's been probably like you with a 15, I'll say that they look extremely frustrated. There's now like a hint of triumph, this is the goal that had been frustrating them so badly. But they're still not happy about it. And with the perception, you notice that their wings are being funny. Almost as if, instead of like like the singular sort of potato shaped chicken outline, it looks almost like they have shoulders. Yes.
Hmm.
And they are looking at you.
William is looking back. You can hear with those. I'm gonna say with those high of an insight and a perception, you do hear a faint caw noise in the background. Uh, you have been perceived.
that's
Congratulations.
actually that's actually very like it's almost like again engineer eat your heart out because like you know that sort of showdown and like a a bird caws in the distance is like the hero and the villain face off.
God. And William just kind of stares at you and just goes, "Hello there. Were you
They
exercising?"
wave. Uh um they uh they very tersely wave a sign language hello and then they go no with one of their wings.
William blinks. You look tired.
They nod very pointedly. They kind of like do some they step closer in sort of a dinosaur sort of way so that they're like not no longer right over the stairs. Um and they sign where were you?
What? You roll an insight.
Absolutely, I'll roll an insight. Let's see. Oh, hang on.
That is uh
16.
16. William just seems like beforehand he was kind of confused because you seem out of breath. Uh, but apparently you weren't exercising. Now he's just more confused. uh, there there are like question marks popping up over his head now. Uh, I was walking around the ship like a normal passenger.
um TOC signs and the signs that they use are extremely rudimentary. Like they still have a hell of an accent. Uh Probably because they learned their first signs either that morning or the morning before, depending on when this is happening.
Hmm.
Um but they really very deliberately sign I have been looking for you for an hour and a half.
Uh, Still with that 16? William's just more confused. God, the, the, if this bird had hands, he'd do like the pointing and like the questioning stare of like me.
Yes, you. And it's like they can't really like they can't go into like a little rant because again, um they're not great at signing, but like they start to like you sort of piece out like signs out of the flurry like did you fall overboard, hour and a half that gets signed a bunch, looking all over like just like little like you get the gist, um that like this is this has been how they spent their afternoon basically is just like where the fuck is William.
Ah, I see. Oh boy, William, my boy. He's feeling emotions he doesn't know how to express. He's just kind of staring at you now.
They sign a slightly snappish, like, what?
I was not expecting you to seek me out. I apologize for being words. Being sparse.
Take your time. They sign, why not?
God, okay. I suppose. Uh, William, you do not have a response for this. Boy. No.
um, I'm just gonna 11. They're slightly calming down. They're still a little bit head up. But like they sort of like ruffle their wings back on like against their little body. They don't have their pitchfork on them, at least that you see. But they sort of like start walking down the hallway, because if you were walking around, then you might as well.
Uh, uh,
But you get the idea that this chicken is basically settling in for like a nice long talk.
hmm. Emotion.
Uh, there's a there's a TM in there
Uh, alright. William. William looks at you and just goes, would you like to go get some water? You have probably been at this for a while.
they sign an hour and a half. Yes. Um, and uh they'll start off, consider, and then go back the way they came, towards the galley,
I think William will just follow
because
in
they
that. God. Yeah.
yeah. While they're walking, by the way, you like William is so far from off the hook. Um, like like you have chosen the activity, you have not chosen the topic of conversation.
God.
Um, but yeah, like they start, basically like again, it's very awkward because you get the idea that their vocabulary is extremely limited, but they're basically like, what did you see? What have you been doing? Like, like, while I was, running around like my head was cut off, um like what sort of like things have you been doing?
Well, I was walking around like a normal passenger. Uh, I spent some time looking at the ocean like normal passengers do. Then I mingled like a normal passenger.
They I think as sort of you enter the galley, or not the galley, the buffet room, they'll turn to you and say, uh, what is a normal passenger?
Ah.
Because you just used that phrase more times in 30 seconds than I think they've heard it from anyone else ever. So obviously it has some sort of meaning.
Just a typically normal cruise passenger. Like you and me.
They look down at themselves, they look at William. Because TOC does not, their sense of self is, but they're pretty sure that if, they were the bastion of normalcy, this would be a very different vote.
Typically normal. Uh, Emphasis on both words. There's a trademark at the end of that sentence.
Mm-hmm. They will they go and they grab a glass with their beak and then transfer it to their wings. And they fill it up with water and kind of wait for you to do the same.
William doesn't have arms, but luckily, uh, like the cup glasses are light enough he can actually just tune logic, and have it float in like
Yeah,
the sort of orbital style around his body. So yeah, it's he now has a floating cup.
nice, good, yes. Hydrate before you dihydrate, folks.
Hydrate. I say, opening
They
up my
will.
water bottle.
Oh yeah, I should take a sip too. So they will lead you over to a table and hop up on it. They stand on the table because the seats are too low, but they'll just sort of like dip their beak in to get some water, and the way they like drink it is they put their head back and just over and over again.
uh, every time the camera shot pans over, William has slightly less water than he did before. Uh,
Yes, good.
Slightly less water than he did before.
Two normal
Two normal passengers.
two normal cruise passengers.
Two normal cruise passengers.
I think after a nice restful sort of like obviously this is an audio medium, so like we can't do like long like silences, but I do imagine with these two that there's a lot of time that they just don't spend talking.
Yeah, I will say a majority of the time William is just kind of staring at you.
That's fine because the majority of the time TOC is staring at him. And a little bit of a challenging or an irate fashion this fine afternoon, but that's fine.
Do we want to roll Constitution for a staring contest?
I mean, they're not like yes, but also like they're not going to stop themselves from blinking. 16.
6.
Well,
William loses the staring contest. There is a blink. You have won the staring contest. Congratulations.
congratulations. Um, I think after like that sort of moment of like intense staring, they'll go back to their water and they'll sort of like look up at you and be like, I am not normal. Yes,
William looks at you.
like they just sort of like they sort of spread their wings and sort of like a look at me, like, hey, let's be real here.
William visibly looks up, down. I'm gonna roll something out of my hammer space. Alright, that's not a fumble. William pulls out a detective's
Gosh
hat
darn it.
and places it on top of you and goes, there, perfectly normal passenger.
uh, the detective's hat, I like to imagine, is large enough that it covers their eyes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they just kind of go like, Because, fun fact, this bird cannot pass a blanket test.
Uh, William
So
just
they
kind
just
of.
sort of like,
William sits there for a moment to do whatever your goof is, and then he's gonna tilt back up the hat so you can actually see.
yeah, like their neck just sort of like slowly collapses back into their body like a cat that's trying to avoid being kissed on the forehead.
Yeah.
When you finally move the hat, they sort of blink sleepily at you and sort of like, ugh. All right, I'm up.
Alright, William is making a mental note that literally just cover Talk's eyes and they'll sleep, apparently. This might be helpful for the future. Who knows?
I mean, if it keeps being true. I mean, what anyway?
That's fair.
um, but they'll be like, like they're sort of new to this whole like conversational talking thing, but TOC is like just like words have meanings, right? Like you can't just be like, yeah, this is a normal TM person.
I mean, William fully believes it. You're just a normal TM person.
All right. Um, but they'll sort of like they'll indicate the detective's hat, and they'll be like, "What? What is this?" I don't think they know the sign for hat.
That is, I believe, called a fedora. Because that's what detectives wear, right? It's definitely a fedora. That's the detective's hat. Fedora is the detective's hat, right?
Yes,
Okay. I didn't
yes.
remember, and then I said
Sometimes
it.
they also wear yes. Um,
This is clearly some sort of stylized fedora. Uh, Sadly, you do not know the sign for this hat because William does not have hands and cannot
yeah,
sign.
they don't need to know. They don't really need to know the sign for it quite yet, but they're just like, do you say the part where this is what a detective wears? Or was that William or Magic?
That was magic, but I can say it in character. Uh, you want me to?
I mean,
Typically, fedoras are worn by detective characters. Uh, Sadly,
they'll sign.
no, go
Oh
ahead. Go ahead.
no, you've. Are you sure?
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
Um, they will start to sign what is a DETECTIV. They're looking at you like this is how you spell it, right?
Me, magic, I'm terrible at spelling. Just give me a second.
They mostly got it, but they forgot like the E at the end. But they're basically asking what a detective is.
Ah, a detective. Uh, DETECCT. God damn it! This is magic. You can't spell. Why do you do this to me?
DETECTIVE is fine.
Yes, yes. William says that because I cannot. I will. I am bad at spelling. Uh,
You're
uh,
you're extremely valid.
uh, is typically a person or bird. There's a slight tip of of William's head of William's hat. Uh, who solves mysteries.
TOC signs you find things.
Find things. William gives a nod. Yeah, you find things.
Oh, there. Can you roll an insight check real quick?
Uh-huh. 8. Fuck.
An 8. Yeah, this bird is paying attention in just a normal conversational way.
Alright, yeah, this is fine.
You don't think that they're like um there's no sort of like eagerness that wasn't there before. You haven't, caught their attention in any sort of way. There's definitely not like a spark of like almost desperation when they're looking at you. Definitely none of that. Definitely none of that. And they're gonna ask, can do detectives find people?
Typically, yes. They can also find objects or other things as well.
Hmm.
Ooh, or find out
TOC
information.
raises their wings. TOC raises their wings as if to like sign something else, and but then they like drop them and like go back to their water. And this time they use their wing and like take like a person sip.
Oh, new developments.
New developments.
New developments.
It Magic, would you like me to tell you what this mechanic is, or would you like to just have it sort of be something that's going on?
God, I'm kind of curious about what this mechanic is, but also it's kind of I don't if you've explained it on recording, I'm free to hear it, but if you haven't, I'm good for hearing it afterwards.
I haven't explained it on recording yet. I just used it to torture Babel for a while.
Do you want to keep it a mystery for longer? We can keep it a mystery for longer.
We can keep it a mystery, okay. But yeah, they take they take a big sippy, and they sort of like actually this sort of like it sort of like fits with your aesthetic, William, because like they sort of hunch over it like sort of moodily, like you know the sort of stance, like they're doing some thinking.
Ah, yes, the detective stance. Still with the hat
Yeah,
on.
except that
Still with the hat on.
still with a hat on, but with a 0 to their intelligence modifier. Um, and after a while, they'll sign. Have you eaten yet today?
Uh, let me just, William stares and blinks at you. Uh, do you want to roll an insight? It's gonna be real easy.
The longer he just stares and doesn't answer, the more like angry TOC looks. That's the right one, right? Yeah. Okay.
11.
11.
Uh, you. That's above an average. This is real easy. You can see like sort of the gears going on behind his mind as he tries to remember if he's eaten today.
TOC like actually like groans. TOC actually like puts their beak in their glass and just like and they go up for the third time during this trip. Um and they look between the buffet and the galley and they look back at you.
William, who's sitting at this table, uh, follows your gaze between the buffet and the galley, and then looks back at you.
Yet, you have the idea. I'm not gonna make you insight for this because it's mostly a gag. Um, you have the idea that if you don't eat something within the next 5 minutes, hostile action will be taken.
I'm
basically, basically,
How
they're
intimidating is this chicken? How intimidating is this chicken right now?
You want me to roll an intimidation check?
Yes, please.
Right. Oh, TOC, come on. They, their feathers are sort of damp from drinking the water earlier, so they look a little bit like a wet rat right now.
With a
Like
21 to
their feathers are
deception.
like damp and flattened.
Oh, on. With a 21 to deception. William does not have any like visible expression on his face, but I can guarantee you, just in the back of his mind, he's kind of chuckling at this because this is kind of this chicken is trying very hard to look angry and it's not working. It's really not working.
You know what? That deception check probably saved William because they're not trying to look angry. They're trying to communicate what they're actually feeling. And son of a bitch, if you don't eat like now-ish, the pitchfork is coming out.
Yeah, William, well, stand up. Stand up. And just kind of like wait by the table for you to stand up.
TOC is already standing up. They're they're basically standing in obnoxiously in like foot traffic, being like, "Come on, it's go time. Come on."
Yeah, I think.
But yeah, they'll if you go over to the buffet, they'll sort of like they're sort of like chicken strutting next to you, like almost like some sort of security detail, like yes, good. Come on.
I do want to mention because William hasn't been in very many games, so I haven't been able to use this feature a lot. But would you like to roll a perception?
Am I about to lose this crow again?
I mean, do you want to lose this crow again?
Okay. No. I just fucking found him and it took an hour and a half.
Okay. Unfortunately.
TOC like steps a little bit farther ahead and then they look back and they don't see him and they're just like like a full-on pterodactyl screech.
Oh man.
Why are you doing this to my poor chicken?
Alright, TOC, would you like to go try to find this chicken again? Just try to find this bird again. Roll an investigation real fast.
Oh my god.
14. 14.
It's above a 10.
It's not enough to beat my dirty 20, but it's enough where you're walking around for a few minutes and like you're scanning the thing, you're scanning the people, you're very short, you're scanning their legs, you turn around and William is just standing there.
William, do you want to roll an insight?
Would you like to roll an insight on William?
All right, two insights. Okay, that's a D. That's a 14 from William, and that's a. Can't read today. It's a 12 from TOC.
Yeah, okay.
William, I will tell you this much. Um, if they lose you one more time, they're getting a goddamn child leash for you.
Uh, hey TOC, William looks just completely confused. Also a
Oh,
bit
as
concerned.
if could it perhaps be inferred that he isn't wandering off on purpose? It's just extremely hard to find him if you're not looking directly at him.
It can be inferred. It
Oh,
can
oh,
be.
they hate that. Oh, Magic? Hey, Magic? TOC hates that. TOC, I'm, gosh, with a 14, I feel like this is two different beats, so I wonder if I should make you roll a separate insight check, because this is a completely different emotion.
I can roll another insight. That's a 22.
A 22, okay. Um, this bird went from like looking like son of a bitch with if would you just stay put to like seriously concerned. Like 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 it just like their face just like dropped. Um and they're just sort of like standing there looking at you, very much looking at you so they don't have to do this again. Um and they um like they look extremely worried.
William is just more confused. I will note, looking at this bird, like the plate he's holding, kind of, it's sort of balanced on top of his head right now because it actually got a bit too heavy for him to actually carry in his invisible arms.
Oh, that's adorable.
And he's
That's
just looking at
adorable.
you very, like, confused and also questioningly. Cause, like, what the fuck just happened? for the
They're
for the
gonna go
audience,
over and like
just for the audience. Imagine this entire shot of TOC looking frantically for this bird. This bird was just right behind TOC the entire time. Right
Jesus
behind
Christ.
TOC the entire time. Picking up food while he went along, but very confused, also concerned. What is this bird? Hello? Why did this bird do a pterodactyl scream?
What is this bird? What is that bird? What do you mean, what is my bird? Magic, what is your bird?
What is your bird? But yeah, this bird is just kind of staring at you confused.
TOC will very deliberately like grab like the hem of your trench coat just to have in their beak. And they're not like pulling and they're not like they're not trying to like basically like basically they're gonna make absolutely sure that this doesn't happen on the way back to the goddamn table.
I think William is just very confused as he sort of like stands there because he was sort of like kind of following behind you, and now you're just standing still. You look very concerned, and William is very concerned because he doesn't know what's happening with this chick.
um TOC will, you have food. Yes, good. Are there any greens and stuff on plate?
There is a lot of stuff on plate.
Any kale, any lettuce, any I don't know, arugula?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, good. In that case, they will they'll lead you back to the table, and they'll hop up so that they can be, at eye contact with this very tall bird while he eats. And they're gonna sign. Uh, are you doing that on purpose?
Uh, I sorry.
They sign, uh, I'm not asking for an apology. I'm asking what happened.
What? I am unsure of what you are speaking of. On the contrary, are you fine? You screamed very loud.
That was exactly the wrong news. Hey, Magic, this bird is so stressed out right now.
Oh no.
Um, it, um, and they're just gonna sign, okay, all right. And they're gonna just like settle on the table in front of you and be like, on three separate occasions now, you have completely disappeared, despite the fact that I was paying direct attention to you and trying to hold a conversation with you.
uh, hmm. uh, William blinks at
It's a
you.
dirty 20.
That's a dirty 20 on deception. Uh, William just kind of blinks at you and goes, "Ah, that is unfortunate."
They nod emphatically. And they're I mean, do you want to roll? I think it would be history. Do you want to roll a history check for me?
History. I miss my normal modifier. That's a dirty 20 again. Damn.
Another dirty 20. Dice parser, thank you. Um, you remember very suddenly that chickens come in flocks. This is something that you know very well. And that chickens are uh one of the reasons that chickens do come in flocks is that they sort of like they're follower birds out of necessity. Like they're not very sturdy birds. They're not particularly well suited, after, centuries of domestication to looking after themselves.
Hmm.
So the idea of um like if there was a chicken that could be that easily forgotten about by the rest of the flock and that easily like misplaced, that would not be a chicken that would survive very long.
Oh, oh fuck! That's a nat one. Uh, holy shit.
That's a nat one. Hey,
That's a nat one on deception. I didn't actually consider what would happen if he failed this. Oh no. Oh no. It's been almost an hour. I
I
don't
mean,
want to
well,
crank up the angst warning right at the end. Fuck. No.
I mean, again, like we can. First of all, if you don't have the spoons for this, like we can always
No,
we
no.
could
We're
call it
doing
here
this.
and
We're doing
okay.
this. Hey, TOC, William, you can kind of, uh, like, beforehand, William's expression was just kind of blank. God, I don't know how to describe this, because I didn't actually think this would ever come up.
I mean, hey, keep in mind that TOC is a chicken.
It's a
So
chicken.
first of all, they'd know like bird body language. And also like when they're certainly feeling very toony now, so they've got some expressions going on right now. But there's definitely points in time when it's just a beak. It's just a beak and eyes.
Uh,
So you could just say that he looks whatever he's feeling, and TOC would be like, yes, an emotion that I can see.
Okay. All right. With a whole total, uh, not one, 8 in deception. Uh, William kind of has this more straight posture. Uh, it only gets like slightly hunched when he's walking. But like when he's like sitting and pretending to be, completely normal, he has more of like a straight posture, which is also kind of strange for CA agents to just have a straight posture like this all the time. Uh,
Mm.
but he kind of like falters a little bit, and it's more hunched, and oh god, oh man, uh, he looks a lot of things, a lot of mixed emotions in there. Uh, looks confused
Buddy.
again, a little bit lost, little bit touched. Uh, God. Uh, he's kind of like he's not looking at you anymore. I will note. Uh, uh, like his eyes, his at least like you can only see like one eye at a time due to how his face is structured, but it's kind of like looking
Mm.
across the table, and there's a certain like effect in in the game that William's based off of where they have like floating feathers on occasions that just kind of like infinitely like fall off, and it's he gets that sort of like that sort of effect, uh and he's kind of like looking at the table like he's
Buddy.
trying to piece things together but things aren't fitting, and yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Buddy. Um, I think TOC will give him a minute. It they like it's does he say anything? Does he just do a long sort of like
I, I it's I feel like there are multiple moments where he's like maybe going to say something and then he doesn't.
buddy? I think TOC is gonna shuffle so that they're back like within his eyesight, and they're going to sign. They're gonna sign. Um, please promise um that when when the time comes and you need help, you will make yourself known. And I'm not even going to ask for an insight check because this bird looks extremely serious. Like it's like this is to them this feels like a matter of life and death. That you like if whoever's with you can't interpret like what you need, like they need you to uh take the initiative in communicating.
Oh, Arthur, my boy. God damn it. God, give me an insight.
Yeah, and inside all right. I really need to fix TOC stats.
They're lovely and very good. 6.
6. God damn it. Oh man. Face Purser, why are you doing this?
Peck it all. Have advantage because William did roll a nat 1 on his deception. He is unable to hide shit right now. Oh god.
A 15. That's technically that's not a high
It.
success, but it is a success.
You really be out here just taking a shovel to my lore that I've buried. Okay.
Yes, good.
Uh,
This chicken was like this chicken was like I will make sure you're okay. And if this is a problem, then so be it.
oh god, how do I even describe this? William kind of like he'd been doing like a sort of I wouldn't describe it as like a shuffle, but sort of like doing a little bit of like a more uncertain like head bob sort of motion. I don't know how that is described, but it sure is. Because I definitely know bird body
I get
language.
what you
No
mean.
idea. Uh, no idea anything about bird body language. Uh, but
No, well, there's sort of a yeah. Go on.
uh,
I'm on the same page.
there, but he kind of like freezes in the middle of that. Uh, oh god. Uh, and just kind of goes, yes, I will certainly make issues known if they do arise. This bird cannot hide things right now. He is very doubtful. Uh,
TUC, that wasn't the answer that they wanted. The answer that they wanted was an absolutely, yes, of course. Um, so they will sign. Um, could you at least tell me?
yes, I would at least tell you.
Should I roll an insight on that, or would you say that your boy's being honest and TOC would believe him?
I, you, God, no, why are you taking a shovel? Roll an insight.
I'm living, by the
God
way.
damn
Very 20.
it! William is very, very desperate to get this conversation over with. You have a feeling he's telling the truth, but uh, God, that's an unnatural 20. Why did you? It, it's been an hour. Okay, he seems like he's telling the truth, but he's in a way doubtful it would work. Like, yeah, he would tell he will tell you
Oh,
if something is wrong. Uh, but also, yeah.
it uh again because like this bird is not hiding it. I'm not gonna make you roll an insight, but you see just something kind of click behind their eyes,
Oh
and
joy.
it's just sort of like like now this is part of their problem solving thing. Like identify the problem, look for solutions. Where is William? Implement solutions. Like it's like the ticked off chicken uh is now officially on team is William all right?
Oh god. Oh no. A very small team, I assure you.
It will grow. It will grow.
No wait. No
Um,
wait.
I think.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I think that with the 320 they pick up, that this crow is ready for this conversation um to be over with. Um, so I think they're gonna like they're on the table, so they'll stand up and they'll like preen a couple feathers on the top of William's head, like sort of around the fedora that I assume he's wearing,
Yeah.
and they'll hop down and be like are you coming?
Uh.
Like
William.
basically like you got a hair ruffle.
I will say like William sort of like blinked at that. It's just like there's like a look of bewilderment. Honestly, like.
Actually, is it a bad bewilderment or like he's just not.
It's sort of like the sort of what reaction.
Do you want to roll an insight?
Yeah, I'll roll an insight. I'll roll another insight. 22.
22. Congratulations. You now have an older sibling.
Oh, jeez. Ah, boy.
Congratulations. You now have a slightly antagonistic friend who will accompany you through life.
Cool. Cool. Cool, 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 cool,
Yes.
cool. Uh, I think William just kind of like looks at the food on the table, and I think he stands up. But there's a very comical scene where um the plate is like gently picked up, and then uh it just kind of disappears behind William, and then William does a spin, and it's just completely gone. And it's just gone. There's no more food. Uh, did he eat it? Is it in Hammer's face? Audience interpretation. The plate is also gone. I will note that as well. And William
Okay. That seems fine.
William looks at you. Again.
The chicken is looking at you. It's like basically they're assuming that if you were walking around before, you'd probably be, you know, all right with walking around a little bit more.
Yeah, just vibing.
Like it, um, it's because they did get a promise. They're going to take it on faith, at least this time, that he did actually eat instead of just like stuffing a bunch of like I don't know bacon and kale into his pockets. Um, so they're like this basically this was their original goal, and now it's time to do fun things like spend time and whatever William likes to do.
God, William is just staring at this chicken.
The chicken is staring at William. I think this goes on for several minutes.
It goes on for
People are like walking like awkwardly like around them. Like they don't want to be but like they don't want to walk between them because what if there's some sort of like intense moment. But actually no, it's just that they both stalled looking at each other.
God, we'll roll another con.
I'd love to roll another con.
I actually rolled decent con this time.
Needs that exclamation point.
And my hopes have been instantly crushed.
Hey.
It goes on for a long minute, and then there is just a very, very quick blink of William's eyes. And, William eventually does kind of, like, walk up to you and, like, just kind of stands next to you, honestly.
TOC will take that as, like, he's following and set off, probably in the direction of the vase, because they remembered he liked that.
Alright, yeah, and, William
Listen, they don't know.
will just follow a few steps behind. I'm very tempted to roll another stealth.
I set up a gun, Magic. I'll leave it up to you.
God. You wanna roll a
A
perception?
12. Okay, I'm rolling perception. I'm rolling perception.
Roll your perception. 9!
9. No! Can I have advantage because they'd be, like, actively trying not to lose him?
Sure, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, roll again. 5! No! You turn around. You like, I assume you're constantly turning around to sort of keep an eye on this bird. Turn around, he's there. Turn around, he's there. Turn around, he's not there. Turn back. Turn around. Wait. Turn around again. He's not there.
POC will stop and wait because they just had this conversation and they got a promise. And they're going to stop and wait. And they're waiting. They're waiting, William.
Does TOC, like, blink at all?
I mean, as much as chickens do blink. I
will say. No, go ahead.
I mean, it's sort of like, they don't necessarily, oh, how do I say this? They don't blink as much as they should, but they do blink.
Yeah.
Interpret that as you will.
I think it's just a very long minute until you take a very, like, slow blink, and suddenly there's a bird. Like, how I imagine this is William is basically, like, standing over you and sort of, like, tilted down to look at you. Like, and he's just kind of staring at you.
Okay. And they sign this. Okay. All right. We're going to workshop this. And they sign, this is the sign for I've lost you. And then they do the pterodactyl screech.
William.
If I do that, I need you to check in.
Okay. William is just, like, looks. It's just like, I understand.
And I will say that it's a very specific pterodactyl screech because, like, there are pterodactyl screeches for many occasions, but now there's one specifically for William.
Aw. God.
Okay. And they nod like, good, we've cleared this up, and they keep going.
Yeah. And William follows after, like he's been doing this entire time.
Oh, bless.
You just keep losing it.
Mm-hmm.
This is very fun.
They do keep losing him.
There's many streams on the boat this day. Anyway, I think that's a good place. I think that's a good place to end it. Honestly.
I do want to say though, when they do the pterodactyl screech, does he like tap them on the shoulder or whatever?
I think if
like, does he actually like hold up his end of the bargain?
I I do think like when you do the pterodactyl screech, William kind of like pushes the hat over your eyes completely and then pulls it back up. So it's like you're blinking, but you're not.
I love that on so many levels, but also TOC also loves it. Actually, they don't love the fact that you keep making it nighttime. Because like every single time they do it, they're like, every single time William does this, they're like, who, what? Oh wait, oh fuck, I did it again. But when they do like focus on you again, there is like there's a very profound sense of like gratitude
Yeah.
and like maybe a little bit of like pride. Like this is good.
Yeah.
This is a good thing that you are doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, God.
Man, you really just took a shovel to all of the lore. All of the lore I've had for William that I haven't been able to share at all with anyone. That's been buried since October.
I mean, TOC got very concerned about your boy. Like,
All right.
like, whoa, I'm sorry. You are that forgettable? What if there's like a goddamn emergency? Like, what if
Anyway,
people are like
I think it's
counting how
time.
many like life racks they need?
I think it's time to end the recording before I answer those questions. It's time.
God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Thank
let's
you
say
so much for
goodbye.
listening, everybody.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.